could not save the aunt on the wrong side of the wall, but I could save her. My light. My Claudia.
POWs are malnourished, nothing but bone and sinew. Their blood is bitter. It almost makes you feel sick to drink it.
Auntie told me to stay put and keep away from the door. I tried to be good and stay right where I was. But when Auntie came back, I closed my eyes and waited for the fire to take me too. I just prayed it wouldn't hurt too bad. Fine house with gold ceilings like the ones in the picture houses.
Now you want a third.
I just need her not to die.
That angel, he bit me. Right in the neck, dude. What?
It's...
Prove it. What am I thinking now?
You're wondering if your nails will be like that forever. It's a special trick only folks like us have.
So you can hear me, but he can't. Did he make you too?
Just like a human.
I'm not human no more, am I?
No.
How'd you do that? We're a family?
Yeah. But with no secrets.
Uncle Les and Daddy Lou are rich. They have nice clothes and a nice... So I'm supposed to kill him?
There's always the birds and the beasts.
Back in the car, Claudia.
Claudia! Claudia! Claudia!
Young girl? I asked you I said, where are your parents?
Claudia! Not a cop!
You're not a girl! Hungry.
Hungry? You just to be...
Anonymous observation.
I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna die. Is that how vampires die? From starvation? Please.
Tu as oublié ta jeunesse.
Sherry, best see if it's a good fit.
Good evening, sirs. A loss in the family?
Won't pass real soon.
It's so soft!
Sometimes.
I guess. How does it work? Love between two men. You ever let go? Is that what he's up to when he goes out alone?
Nah, sometimes his kills get...
I don't know how you do that. You can't lack the taste.
There have been times I've gone a little too far myself.
Then what? I'd never been to a wake. Hadn't even known Daddy Lou was Catholic.
Hello, sweetie. Everything all right?
Never seen a dead one look so peaceful. The last words were?
Who are you here with, honey?
My dad and uncle. Who are you?
It's your Aunt Grace and her husband, Levy. How about you go to your uncle? He could use someone to talk to.
Claudia has expressed an interest in going home.
But
The smell is awful.
Wakes were invented in places where it snows.
Daddy Lou said I had been away from people too long. I didn't.
You steer.
But we're immortal!
You can still smash your pretty little head and then take long months to recover. Eyes on the road.
There ain't no doubt Daddy Lou.
Young on this lonely stretch to contemplate.
They come out here to do math?
Ferocious.
Where's your mama?
You just crawl out.
He's drinking too much of that moonshine.
He's so handsome.
Adorable.
You all right? Sorry about my horse, miss.
I'm sorry. I got so scared I almost fainted. I thought the flowers might bring me back a bit. Diary, his name is Charlie. He's got veins like rivers. They flow right down his arms. For jumping in front of me like that.
Tell you, I don't know what spooked old Jonesy here.
I want to know what his laugh sounds like. Taddy. Luz. Charlie? Charlie? And I bid him. Turn him. You can. You did it to me.
He's dead. You didn't have to kill him, you killed him completely.
Let's start.
Just try, please.
Stop squirming and watch. Remember this? He's fit. This is why we never get close to mortals. Because sooner or later, they end up.
I hear you over the tugboat. January 5th.
January.
We're going door to door looking for malefactors.
In the middle of cleaning when they knockered.
Us.
This makes for a more efficient.
And we...
I'm getting ready for bed!
Excuse me, miss.
You lost your goddamn mind.
Souvenirs.
Overnight in a jail cell with no coffin.
We did not bring souvenirs into the house.
All be dead by morning.
Of course, that's what
So
you
much
want.
wine in his blood.
Do you remember our life? How happy we were before her?
Happy? We were not happy.
And I...
Who am I supposed to love? White girl, down Algiers. Sings torch songs with a flat no nothing ass. He's gotten tired of us, Daddy Lou. And the mistake.
I know we made some...
Mistakes? I remember the night I was made, the fire choking me, you carried me out through the flame and the smokes. But then why'd you take me home? I was breathing. Maybe I'd have a handsome husband by now. Or maybe he'd be making dinners, nursing babies. Maybe I'd go to church. You think on that, so.
Little girl, I'm talking to you.
I don't talk to strangers.
Now, what were you doing in the library? You're not allowed in there.
My mama works here. She cleans classrooms. I read while she's cleaning.
You can read. Just as I thought. A little thief. You're coming with me.
What are you gonna do after that?
What?
After you turn her in.
You are not allowed to ride one of those things on campus. This is our school. Where is your fighting pride?
As the Depression set in on the nation,
Met my maker walking the harbor one evening.
How'd you get back home?
Faked my own death. Shipped back on a boat.
Nah.
No lie.
What was he like, your maker?
We didn't get on much.
You and I running from the same thing, then. You heard his voice?
I thought I was the only one stateside. Then I heard him calling out.
It ain't like that. He's more like a dad.
I thought, ride with others, hunting a pack.
A little gang of vamp. You got a name? Bruce. You don't kill like a Bruce. You kill like a killer.
Off a girl a little older than you.
Not the kind of book I'd read. Thanks, killer.
There's good things in that book. Manners, how to be a nice young lady.
I managed just fine.
He was a bit sloppy out in Jefferson City.
How long you been
You shouldn't
following?
dump bodies in the Missouri, even if you weigh them down with rocks. The river's too fast. I find you build a shallow grave, sometimes a prairie wind will catch. Burns fast.
How long you been?
About 5, 6 colleges or so.
How'd you do it?
How old are you, Claudia?
104.
Always had a fondness for older women.
You're getting a little close there, Bruce. Why'd you do that for?
Courtesy demands that you shall show neither annoyance nor disappointment.
looking down both ends of Royale Street. I spend time following Louis and Lestat now that I am my own woman. But today at the cemetery, why they made me to be Louis' sister. Thank you.
I've come to apologize. I put you both in a bad spot. I wasn't right in my head.
How is college? Magna cum?
Started with Persia and Babylon, the old gods who long for blood. A lot of those popcorn, but few old tomes. Durham, the true and dead. I plan to leave for that part of the world as soon as I can. A quick stop to pick up Louis.
Anthologies. And now...
If what I've read is lies, then tell me what's true. 7 years and what's changed other than you need a housekeeper?
Who did you meet out there in the American hinterland?
That's it. Keep him scared. That's his way.
Like the love you'll never really know?
And when he's scared, he ridicules. Come with me. I could live without you, but I was wrong. Don't stay in it. Please come with me. Let's be vampires worthy of your love.
Get the fuck off!
Do nothing. Let him go. It's me you want.
since Claudia and I were in no mood to receive his apologies. And she dedicated all her energy to my
We'll try again tomorrow.
If you're
Uh-huh. You gonna be my knight in vengeful black? I didn't.
I've been calling. It's a book of hours, extremely rare. 15.
No one here wishes to speak with you. How's that for an answer?
I felt a funeral in my brain. She also wrote one called A Coffin is a Small Domain. I mean, come on.
Emily Dickinson is not a vampire.
How do you know?
Because she's dead.
How do you know?
She got a grave, she got a tombstone.
So do you.
On?
Across the river in Algiers.
3 years ago. That night 3 years ago.
For 6 years, the audacity of it all was matched only by its sincerity. He had made the near-perfect Valentine with one flaw.
Pathetic.
One.
Kill Antoinette. Affair. Anymore. That's rule number 5. I'll be your companion, your sister.
It's not as simple as.
Not my uncle or my daddy. I'm your sister, or that's the door.
No, I'm doing this for him. I wouldn't want to confuse you.
Rule numbers.
Who made you? Kill Antoinette.
Catching up to us. Our home was often vandalized. Cowardly warnings suggesting we were no longer welcome. It was an awkward time. I loved Claudia with all my heart, and I loved Lestat with a wounded one. The work would be convincing the two to find room again for each other. Concessions would be needed.
An apt metaphor. I always took you for a dog, Lestat.
Ask the question. Just saying you don't have to.
I agree. I know you don't mean to, but I feel the same. Feel tolerated.
Why didn't you ever say something?
Well, it's obvious she doesn't want to upset you.
I can speak for myself.
Every night, we hunt.
Do you think you could try a little harder to get on with him?
Have you asked him the same question?
He's trying. Teaching the piano, the chessboard, isn't he?
He hasn't taught me to fly.
You're born with it or you're not.
Another one of his lies. It's his nature to lie. Lestat.
Thank you.
No. Do the damage, so we never forget the damage. One sob story about his birth, and you're back to eating from his hands. Magnus could be a sous chef in Switzerland for all we know. Lestat the vulnerable becomes Lestat the irritable, becomes
We're all
Lestat the
making
controlling.
compromises to make this right again. I'm drinking the blood. He ended it with the singer. What are you doing?
I'm enduring.
Do more. Joyless exchanges.
Tell us about your first love, Nicky. You called him Nicky. That's the song you wrote for him. Do you write songs for all your lovers, Louis? Does that mean you loved Nicky more than you loved Louis?
Ignore her, Louis. She asks these naughty.
I ask these questions because I'm trying to understand you better, Lestat.
Of 78, and
Of course, who
later
doesn't
that
know
afternoon,
who won the pair in the
so
My mama taught me that
please
before I
continue
started
with your
crawling.
tedious.
Did Nicky kill himself like your maker Magnus? Or did you kill him like you did Antoinette and how you tried to do with Louis?
Claudia.
I'm sorry for your losses, Lestat. My master taught me how to play, but only enough to occupy his time. Master's had so much to give him to bear anymore. Poor Massa and his pain. It's an honor just to sleep under Massa's roof. Better ugly than blind.
Make you mad.
I love you, Lista.
I love you too.
The effect, however, was numbing.
I'm sorry, Louis.
It's all what it is.
He's the father of lies. And if that's the kind of desperate trash he wants to love, then let him have it.
He doesn't love her.
You heard him say it.
Spit in a sandwich and serve it with a smile.
What?
It's only fun if you get to watch him take a bite. Hides her a town away, done by design. He wanted us to discover it.
But why?
Because he's all kinds of fucked up. Because he would have killed her in a second if he thought I'd take him as he is. And I probably will.
So you ain't gonna tell him that you know about it?
What difference would it make?
There's a train leaves every night for New York. We could hide out in Harlem for a few, then hop on a boat. Take us anywhere we want to go. Svana, Celestra, Ploiesti. With more like us living in them. And they can't all be like him. Or him.
This life, it does a number on the head, on the soul. If we even have a soul. We could say that won't be us. But every night I feel a little crazier.
And off to end.
Years of this. Taking anything we want, killing anything in front of us. No one says shit about it. I can see us just like him. I can see it, Claudia.
Well, I can't. Train's leaving in an hour. Get off that bench. Siwa, Macalma Louis. Kara drumul spravecul castel. When he hurts you again, and he will, Ploiesti.
You're smarter now. She, of all things on the earth, deserved a nice seat and a wide window to watch the countryside blur before the glass. But it was 1939, and the only Negro allowed in first class was the porter, and the Negro passenger rode the rear. The Negro vampire made do with what was left, which was fine with her.
Tickets, please.
You didn't want me. You made me for Louis.
He's in a terrible state.
He said I could go. He picked you over me.
Targeted and weak as he is, the stem would hold.
Let me go, Lestat.
Fortunate for our family.
Bastard. Fucking bastard.
Back in your cage, sweetheart.
I've been having a... I think he killed Magpie, made him a slave. And he would be a slave no more than I would.
You've become quite predictable.
His slaves. And I will free us. We have no more use for him. And he...
Is that your strategy tonight?
I don't say it often enough anymore.
If you love me, I beg you.
If you're going to beat and then 5 moves ahead of that.
No illness can touch him. You threaten a life which will endure to...
I am done enduring. I'm going to kill him. Check. I can kill him. Check. And I want to tell you something else now. A secret of all secrets between you.
Wait.
The secret is, Louis, you want to kill him too. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, Louis.
Present paranoia. And now you are with us.
Coming up. We have to burn him.
No.
It's the only...